and welcome to Kids Corner. Sir Winston has been very anxious to have what happens next in the Moses story. So that's what we're doing today. So if you remember, there were all those terrible plagues in Egypt, and then the Pharaoh had decided that he could let the Israelites go. So let's find out what's happening.
During that dreadful night of the firstborn dying, Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and told them to gather up their people, the herds and the flocks, and go worship their God. The Egyptians said, "Go quickly, or we'll all die." The Israelites asked for things made of silver and gold and clothing, and the Egyptians gave it to them. So the Israelites left. There were about 600,000 men on foot, along with women and children. They left so quickly that yeast was not added to the dough, so the bread they baked on their journey was unleavened bread. The people were not led on the shorter road because God was concerned if they faced war, they may change their minds and go back to Egypt. So they went by the desert road toward the Red or Reed Sea. On the way, Moses had gathered up the bones of Joseph, as Joseph made his descendants promise that when the time came to leave Egypt, they were to take his bones with them. The Lord went with them. By day he went ahead of them as a pillar of cloud, and by night he was a pillar of fire. Meanwhile, back in Egypt, when the Pharaoh was told that all the Israelites had gone, he changed his mind again. He gave orders to have his chariot made ready, and took the army with him on pursuit of the Israelites. When the Israelites could see the Egyptians marching towards them, they were terrified. They said to Moses, "You've brought us to the desert to die. Didn't we say to you in Egypt, 'Leave us alone, let us serve the Egyptians'? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the desert." Moses answered, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the Lord will save you. The Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still." The Lord said to Moses, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on. Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the waters, so the Israelites can go through the sea on dry ground. I will harden the heart of the Egyptians, so they will go after them. I will deal with them, and the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord." So the pillar of clouds moved from the front of the Israelites to the back. So the Israelites had light all night, and the Egyptians were in darkness. Moses stretched out his hand, and the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind, and the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground with a wall of water on either side of them. Eventually, the Egyptians and their horses and chariots followed them into the sea. The Lord looked down from his pillar of cloud and fire and threw the army into confusion. Wheels came off their chariots. Then he had Moses stretch out his hand over the sea so the waters would flow normally, and had flowed over the army, carrying them out to sea. When the Israelites had seen what power the Lord had displayed, they feared and respected God and put their trust in him and Moses.
Well, can you imagine parting the sea so your people could go across on a dry riverbed? The Israelites must have been really impressed with how powerful their God was. So it'll be interesting to find out what happens next. But until that time, shall we have a little prayer together? If you could bow your heads and repeat after me. Loving God, thank you for looking after me. And thank you for the people who look after me. Help me to be kind to others and to your world. Amen. And we'll see you next time at Kids Corner.